A group station.
ESPN Radio Sports Center.
NBA movement during the offseason certainly entertains us almost every summer. Why not again in 2018? And could Kawhi Leonard be on the move and on his way out in San Antonio? Yes. Source telling ESPN's Chris Haynes that Leonard feels the team turned on him this season when dealing with his quad injury, and he would like to go. ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski says the Celtics would have interest in dealing for Leonard if he's available, and that Leonard would prefer to go to the other coast in L.A., to the Lakers. Could Kawhi, LeBron, Paul George all end up in the Lakers' purple and gold this summer? ESPN NBA insider Brian Windhorst says not so fast.
Just about every summer, we've seen massive movement in star players. Guess what? We're going to see massive movement again. And I know that a lot of people are assuming that these guys are all going to end up with the Lakers together. I think that's a long shot at this point.
Source also said Leonard not concerned about missing out on a Supermax deal that he could sign this summer with the Spurs. Dustin Johnson, the leader at 4 under after 2 rounds at the 118th U.S. Open. Johnson 4 shots up on Scott Piercy and Charlie Hoffman. They're both even through 2 rounds. Tiger Woods 10 over par. Second straight time Tiger has missed the cut at the U.S. Open. FIFA World Cup, Spain and Portugal today, ending in a 3-3 draw. Cristiano Ronaldo, a hat trick. 4th player to score at 4 different World Cups. Cowboys' David Irving suspended for the first 4 games of the season for violating the NFL's substance abuse policy.
The Cubs and Cardinals, one of baseball's greatest rivalries, and they go head-to-head this weekend. Coverage begins tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern and Sunday at 7 Eastern on ESPN Radio. Presented by Barbasol Razors and Wendy's.
Oh, yeah, baby. What is going on? It is that time of day. It is that moment in life. It is just going to be that. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Friday. But this means a break for, like 80% of the country. Time to sit back and relax, baby. It's Friday. We're going to get crazy with it. It is time for the Kevin Sutton Show. Friday. And the crew. Are you ready to do the do, baby? Jump in. Hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all in the username Kevin Sutton Shizzo.
And we want to remind our listeners, Kevin Sutton Show is proudly sponsored by Cruz and Pascara, PA, your personal injury attorneys. That's right. Have you been in a car accident, slip and fall, or maybe even a criminal case? Cruz and Pascara, a full-service law firm. Offices downtown Orlando, 407-841-0200. If you tell them the Kevin Sutton Show sent you, or
that
you
works.
get the VIP treatment. But no, really, they always treat their clients, or should I say family, like VIP. That's Cruz and Pascara, PA.
And guys, don't forget to download the podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, even Google Play Music. You can catch up on all the episodes you may have missed. We are knocking on 400's door. That's 400 episodes you can listen to right now. Just type in Kevin Sutton Show, and for you iPhone and Google Play listeners, just make sure you leave a rating, a review, and definitely don't forget to subscribe. 5 stars, baby.
Cinco.
Is that actually knocking on 400th door, or is that like we've already surpassed 400?
We have not reached 400 yet.
Where are we at right now? We're like
390, 398.
Let's just record like 5 shows and just jump them on there like boom, 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 like all per day.
Well, let's build that studio.
Let's do that, man.
Hey, before we go into anything, okay, go ahead and do our
Go.
intros.
You're fine.
So I was going through my old posts on Facebook, and remember when Kevin was the everyday hero?
Yes.
We were trying to get votes. I never liked it. So apparently,
Evil.
I voted. I just never liked it.
Nah, bruh.
And I liked the post, and so it must have gone on my news feed because it has some activity. And people were like, "I just voted for you, Kevin."
I see, like, my phone would not stop, like, vibrating today. It was like, brr, brr,
oh.
I'm like,
no,
what's going on?
Kevin.
And I look at it, and it's a post from 2 years ago. I'm like, well,
and 2 people shared it.
I posted a picture of a spider.
that spider post was creepy. Is that at your house?
Yes. And
I didn't know if you were like spider
from your plant.
fishing.
And hold on, let me
It
tell you.
didn't come from my plant. It would have been dead already, bro.
It was in there. But I posted that on the Black Nerd group.
Yeah.
Over 500 comments.
That's a big A spider, bro. It's like literally, it's the center of your palm of anybody's hand, except for James. But like, it's huge. It's a huge spider.
Well, I don't know. I just triggered a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So people love you, man. They want you to be the everyday hero back in 2015.
Like, go and vote again. Like, I'm like, what in the hell? Like, oh my goodness, Kevin, that's so amazing. I'm like, that was last year, about 2 years ago, though. But hey, today in the studios, I got my man with me, Dr. Sorry, it's FIFA.
Okay. Today is Friday, baby. My words of wisdom for you all: that nothing in life is greater than eating a warm donut.
A fresh one.
Man, that just hit me in the heart, my brother. Wow. That by far is the best thing that's ever come out of your mouth.
Oh, you shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth.
I want to see that hot light special.
I know, man.
At Krispy Kreme's, baby.
That's the only red light special I want to see.
I'm gonna keep that one to myself. I'm stopping. Also, I got in the studios my girl Mara with a ladies' point of view.
Hey.
For FIFA, let's get it hot.
Dale. Argentina. Tomorrow. 9 a.m. Y'all should keep that up all the way through July.
All right.
You gotta be in the spirit of it. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I got my man, Just Nick, in the building. There you go. Where you at? What up?
What's up, Kevin?
What's going on, Nick? Like, one day, man. Are we going like on 3, 4, 5, 6 years of this?
2.
It's only been 2 years.
Feels like 6. No, 2.
I gotta recalculate that one.
Yeah.
You do.
2 years.
2 years.
Jeez, Nick. You can't
2 years, and you haven't been able to get me to rap on the air yet.
You can't get a brother like. I'm just trying to get a little side effect.
Just like a 3 bar.
I introduce
4 bars,
you.
4
You
bars.
say a couple things, and then we move on, and I won't even act like it happened. Kind of like going home and your wife gives you some. No.
Whoa.
So
whoa.
what we're gonna continue on today?
I ain't doing that.
Whoa.
He's got to get married first.
It's. Oh,
don't worry.
Speaking of getting married, I had boot camp for new dads at Florida Hospital.
Saving
yesterday.
the world one dad at a time.
Yes, you know it, man. And it was really a really great class. And I had a few guys that were actually married, or actually dating past the 5 years,
and not married yet.
and they weren't married yet,
And having a baby.
Yeah. So this is the thing. A lot of the guys were like, the 5 year was the pinnacle of their relationship where they started seeing problems and they got married. So this one guy, he's been married 3 years, but they've been actually, I call it mandates in class, which is from the moment you and her started talking to the day that we're at. And so he was like 8 years. And then the guy was like 8 years. I'm like, oh, hold on, wait. Like, how long have you been married? He's like 3. I'm like 3. And everybody was like, it truly is, that 5 year is
we did
the
5
trigger
months.
point. Yeah, we don't even count. But both of you and I also were in a 5 year relationship before we met.
And ended it.
I was at a 5, she was at a 5, and like out of the 10 guys in class yesterday, 6 of them were dating for 5 years.
Wow.
How long have you been dating, Nick?
8 years, 7 months.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Uh-huh.
It is an itch, man.
But
There's
how old are
movies
you,
all
Nick?
about it, dog.
I'm 28 years old.
Wow, that's a long time.
There's movies all about it.
Huh.
20.
And so I met some really
pull
cool
those up
people.
on the old Netflix.
Yeah, you gotta pull. It's called The Itch, man.
But you know,
And
it's
it's
true.
not the
How
one
long
you
have
get from
been with your
OBT.
girl, Phil?
It'll be 8 years this year.
Jeez.
See, it is, dog. I'm telling you what it is.
Hey, man, don't mess with happy. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm good.
I tell you
Hey.
what, though, it's true. I was in a relationship for 5 years, and he wanted to get married. I didn't. We ended it. I ended
And
it.
I got unlucky.
And I met Kevin a week later, and we got married 6 months later. So, you really want to talk like that right now?
I was just talking,
yeah.
man. I was just, I just be blamed.
Yeah. But
She married me because I did the Bill Cosby.
Hey, but I got a lot of feedback from our episode last night.
Yeah.
Which was amazing. And a lot of things have happened since FIFA World Cup started yesterday.
Yeah, the Orlando City fired
You gotta
Jason
play that
Christ.
song, Nick. That FIFA song that Pitbull did.
What FIFA?
The FIFA song from 4 years ago with Pitbull, Jennifer Lopez, and the Brazilian singer.
It made me feel so festive.
Is the word Dale in it?
At least once.
Or
You have to say that once.
Or donkey?
Hey,
Stop
and real quick, we went over our predictions. Remember, we had Egypt and Uruguay. Uruguay won today. We also had Iran versus Morocco, and Iran run.
So like the Iran run?
Iran won. You're hilarious. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But tomorrow is the big match, 9 a.m., Argentina versus Iceland.
Cool.
That'll be it. You know? So I put my predictions in, and you know, Kevin didn't
That's not even a prediction if you always go for Argentina. Like, that's not a prediction. That's just your
Did you
team.
see our post where Kevin's like, I'm putting my bid in for USA? I'm like, they didn't even qualify.
Yeah.
I still put my bid in. If I turn my back on my Nick, can I get some America music?
No, we're going to break.
When I come back, I'm going to have my America music.
Yeah, we got to introduce
There
our
we
people in the
go.
studio.
We're going to be talking about some Fiebre.
I don't care about anybody in the studio right now because I'm upset.
I got a good fact or fiction for today, too.
I'm excited. And we're going to be talking some NBA. We got this guy who loves LeBron
Nah,
James.
I don't care. If he isn't for America in this soccer FIFA situation, he needs to leave the studio because this is ESPN and we're about America.
We'll be right back.
No? Whatever. Stay there. I'll be right back. I'll be angry when I come back. Nick wanted to, you know what I'm saying? He knew I was angry. So what he decided to do.
So calm you down.
So we didn't, trump this whole situation. He's like, look, I'm going to calm him down with some of that West Coast smooth. And then so now I'm like, I don't even know if I want to be angry anymore.
Where's some of our beats, Phil, that we had from yesterday?
Which ones? The ones that Sam did?
Yeah.
Different producer. Different
think-
beats.
Yeah.
I think I still want to get angry.
You should have seen. We was really.
I'm not worried about what y'all did.
We had a
Okay.
good time. Because that's why America wasn't even in the match.
Nick,
America
she
didn't
just
make
did
it.
it. Do we have it? Do we have it, Nick?
No, he didn't get it.
Don't see. Me and Nick had this thing. I was trolling you on your wrestling post,
I'm trolling you right now.
and I will troll you in the studio.
Like, I don't know how you can talk that crap about wrestling when they slammed you and you're like, this is real.
It did hurt. I'm not saying it didn't hurt, but that don't make me a professional athlete now because I got slammed and I knew I was about to get slammed.
No.
Who should be a professional athlete is the person that you just walk up in the 7-Eleven, talk some junk, then you slam them on the neck. And
You
he's
know
like,
who
he's
is a professional athlete?
There you go.
There you go.
Living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom.
Just let that play real
They
quick.
can't take that
Just let that
away.
play. Just let that play. Let that marinate in your head, America.
And I'm proud to be
You understand?
American.
First, I want to say, the next time you come to the United States, you better be dang right. You better make sure our team is represented in the FIFAs.
They're in Russia.
I don't care where they're at. Wherever we are at, no matter what, I'm going to represent. FIFA, soccer, USA is like apple pie and better get used to it. We don't need no empanadas. We need apple pie because this is America and we're going to take over soccer next week.
All right.
City Line Soccer is taking over.
All right.
Yeah. Kevin's getting hot over that
I know.
sport.
Uh-huh.
That's all I care about when it comes to FIFA. Is America there? If
Nope.
America's not there,
Hey, Kevin, I asked that same question. I was like, where's the USA?
I'm turning off the TV.
USA didn't make it.
It's just a simple fact that we just don't get to play soccer enough. That's the problem. We trying to get there. Like Orlando is turning into a soccer world. Like you go to any store, Publix, Subway, you can't get away from Orlando City of Soccer. It's like purple's
or the
everywhere.
Orlando Magic.
It's like considerably a brotherly love. I mean, purple's everywhere.
Yeah. And you know what? We have somebody in the studio who's always been a great supporter of the Kevin Sutton Show, and he is one of the largest.
No, not one of. It's
the largest Hispanic sports page on Facebook.
Yes.
There he goes.
And I think he's a little biased for this guy named LeBron James.
Bias?
Yes. But let's welcome Mr. Frank Velez to the studio. Welcome, Frank.
Oh,
hey,
man.
guys. How's it going?
Trouble.
Now, Frank, you are a LeBron lover, right?
No.
No? I've seen posts about LeBron. Everyone's always LeBron.
I'm neutral about LeBron and his greatness, but I'm never going to be a supporter because I always been a supporter of Michael Jordan.
Well,
Nick
just made a best friend.
I seen up underneath the table
Where's
a
this
piece
guy
of
been the
paper.
last 2 years?
It rose above the table.
Did you?
What did he say?
No, that's
What did he say?
No. No. We can't.
He loves Michael Jordan.
He passed me the paper says, talk about Michael Jordan. I
Oh my goodness! So Michael Jordan fan. So there's a slight courtesy, basically what you're saying, that you have to kind of like settle down the talk.
Well, number
LeBron?
one, I always said that LeBron James is the best player of this era, is the best player of this decade, but Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time.
Okay. I can take that. I can take it. But at the same time, brother, before we get into this, because there's another person in the room that does get on my nerves a little bit. He is from.
All right.
It's a deep rooted problem though. So I'm just James. He's a cool guy, and we've had arguments before on shows, so I'm not gonna get too far into it. But James, he's in there.
Okay.
His mic is on. James.
It's not James.
It might as well.
My name
It's his
isn't
brother.
James.
It's Jay.
It's Jay.
Just
I'm
Jay.
thinking his brother
Just
right
Jay.
now.
Jay Russ.
I think
Jay Russ.
everybody
My man.
heard.
I'm thinking his brother,
My name
James.
is not
It's
Yeah,
not James.
it's not James.
That's his brother's. His brother's name is James.
Jay-
Yeah, my
Jay
brother's name
Russ.
is James.
His name is James Blake Bortles Russell.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, that is his
James is
name.
in the studios with us. And before I get into this, Jay is in the studios with us. But I will say this. LeBron James, if you melt him down and take all the aesthetics of who he is as a person, he truly is the best player ever. Because, I'm just going to say it like this. Michael Jordan could not play every position the way that LeBron James does. LeBron moves for a big guy. Really moves. And then on top of that part of it, three-point line was different. On top of that, the player sizes were different. On top of that,
The shorts were smaller.
Yeah.
the shorts were way smaller.
Yeah.
How can you hang with that, dog? But there's more to that. But go ahead. I'm before I jack it up.
One of the things that I always said about LeBron, he is one of the best players that ever played the game. In my opinion, right now, it's a top 5 of all time. But his finals record is just terrible. When you're talking about 3-6 and you consider him the GOAT, it's, for me, it doesn't make it.
Frank, okay. Now, I'm going to preface this. I'm not a LeBron fan, okay? I'm not. I'm actually, I like KD, Kevin Durant. He's my guy. Excuse me. I don't talk about wrestling like that. Let's respect.
I didn't say anything.
Who said trash?
Dude, sit right next to
I thought it was you.
You remember in with Chris Tucker when he was in that movie? Was it with Jackie Chan and he got kicked? He's like, hold on,
Rush
which
Hour.
one of y'all kicked me? That's mine right now.
I thought it was you, Phil.
It was James.
I
James
thought you were sitting there going trash.
No.
Anyway, but I do respect LeBron's talent. But when you talk about stats, I mean, Boston should have beat Cleveland this year. It was set up to be that way. You thought, what was it, Indiana?
I honestly thought they were going to lose in the first round.
This guy carried that team all the way to the finals. But he could not go up against Golden State in the powerhouse they have there. He's just one. That's like how many power? I mean, we got at least 3 solid. We got Curry.
They got like
Durant,
4 All-Stars.
Right.
Green,
They got 4 All-Stars.
Draymond. I mean, he could. You had top-notch players, and you had one amazing guy.
And you had J.R. Smith.
Even Iron Man needs the Avengers. You know what I'm saying? So I don't fault him on that. I would have not liked to seen a sweep just because everything he did to get there. I mean, come on. What was that game? Was it the Raptors?
Yes.
When that shot went in, when it was,
there.
my gosh. Even I got excited, and I'm not a LeBron fan. So I kind of side with Kevin, even though I didn't know he was the one kicking me from the side. But I think ultimately, when we're comparing, if we did it today, could Michael play the way LeBron plays?
Well, there's a big difference between both. I think LeBron all around is better in passing the ball, getting rebounds. I just think that Michael Jordan, in his legacy or what he has done a little bit more than LeBron. I mean, we're talking about both have played 15 years in the league, and Jordan went 6-0 in the finals. LeBron went 3-6, and as of right now, they don't have as much points. LeBron probably has 31,000 points, and Jordan has 32,292 points.
But LeBron's not done.
It's not done.
Oh.
He won't be done. But I just tell you that success in the finals is very important and very key into define greatness in when we talk about the greatest of all time list.
Okay. But if LeBron goes to the West, if he goes to LA or if he goes to Houston, are we talking different now?
Yes, we are.
It will be different. Here's what.
I tell you what, here's what happened. The East won't even show up to the finals.
Yeah.
They'll just stay at home and say whoever wants it.
Or forfeit like Little League.
Right.
Mercy rule.
So, Jay, where you at?
I think Boston would still show up to the finals, guys. Like, Boston's going to be really good next year.
Yes.
We're just talking about when you stack up the West Coast. If LeBron heads to the West.
Oh, yeah. The West will have, 3 or 4 of the best teams in the NBA.
Do they still even do that with the All-Star game, East versus West, or is it just the two captains?
They did a schoolyard pick-em this year for the first time.
Yeah, okay.
Thankfully.
They switch it this year to make sure it's more fair, the competition.
Now, so in your opinion, and we've talked about this already for about a week, where do you see LeBron going? Where if he leaves Cleveland, which we still don't know if that's going to happen, but I read the body language. He took his shirt out of his pants when he sat down in that last game before it was over. To me, that was him saying, "I'm done." And then you got the Gabriella Union thing, kind of like, "We're out of here." They put the house up for sale. I don't know if they've done that, but where would you see him going? Because we all have our bets here.
Personally, I feel the favorites right now to sign him is the Lakers. I think the Lakers, number one, he has a house in L.A.
Well, that's because his wife works there all the time.
Yeah, there's some rumors that his kids are committed to study and play basketball.
Do you think he's married to Gabrielle Union? That's D-Wade.
Oh, sorry. That's right.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, my bad.
He went over there to chill with his homeboys.
That's because the banana boat ride. That time. Okay.
So, but I feel personally.
But, LeBron has a house in Miami, LA.
Yes, he has a house in Miami. So he still has. But I feel LA is right now the favorites to get him because they have the money and they have the contact to surround him with a lot of talent.
Yeah. And there's the other part that you got to add when you transfer somebody like that is that does the city have the capacity of fans to help push? Man. And when you look at LA, I mean, they have a huge fan base. So it has to be somebody that has a market that if he doesn't get it for playing for the team, his money, he can get it from shares and stock between, his clothing line, sneakers, jerseys. I mean, all those things added.
I kind of want to see him go to Houston.
That would be horrible.
Where would you like him at, Jay?
I don't know. Boston.
He said Golden State.
Boston
Let
would
me
be.
tell you something. If he went to Boston, that would be the best team.
They don't.
That's not going to happen, though, right, Nick?
They don't need him.
They don't need him.
Why don't they? Did you not see the series?
They didn't win.
Golden State didn't need Kevin Durant.
If they had Hayward and if they would have had a healthy Kyrie.
Right, but Kyrie is a one-on-one player. You think the ball's going to move that fast?
Yes.
With Kyrie?
That's like Blake.
No. Come on.
No.
All right, when we get back, we're going to get into it.
Hey, we also have a call-in. We're going to X Games from our own Rich Rogers.
Oh, Rich Rogers always slipping and sliding on through. Stay right there. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here. I'm looking through this glass, man, and I'm just happy that it's tempered and it's like 2 double thick panes. I can't jump through this window and jump on Frank.
Why you want to do that?
Because, he just like punched me in the mouth. He was like, yo, LeBron James, he's great, but, Michael Jordan. I'm like, but what about Michael Jordan? And he's like, he just kept hit me with Michael Jordan.
I got you. Wow.
But I love Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And I definitely feel at one point they can't even be on the same platform. And then you get smacked with the, well, what about Kobe? Got it. You got to remember Kobe. You got, come on, no. No, don't do that. Don't do that. You got to remember Kobe.
You know what I remember Kobe for? Cheating on his wife and buying her that $4
Okay,
million
so
bracelet.
only thing that people remember about Bill Clinton is that girl. Oh, yeah, that is
Kobe
true.
with, yeah, pretty much. What do you remember now from Bill Cosby?
Pudding.
And, you know,
He made
now his
Jell-O.
wife is leaving him.
Well, wouldn't you?
He's divorcing
He
her.
needs to give her the
Yeah.
pudding.
I'm just saying, unfortunately, greatness, when you do stupid stuff like Kobe did.
So are you judging them as a character as a whole or like athleticism? Like
Are we talking about a human or a basketball player?
Right.
Which one
Ricky
here?
Henderson, Darryl Strawberry. Darryl Strawberry, a phenomenal baseball player, but a crackhead. I mean, what
I
can
think
you
it
do?
depends on what they did.
So we're being picky.
Yeah.
OJ.
Like murder, rape, I think.
45 seconds.
Okay,
OJ.
OJ, do you remember him for being football or do you remember OJ for...
I remember him for
Stop lying.
That's
Stop lying.
OJ commercial.
The juice.
Stop
He's
lying.
the juice.
I remember him from the Lethal Weapon movies.
Lethal Weapon movies. That was amazing.
You guys are lying.
Naked Gun
Naked
movies.
Gun, man.
I'm sorry.
Naked Gun.
I'm sorry.
Come on,
Naked Gun.
buddy.
Naked
Naked
Gun.
Gun.
I'm sorry. You guys
33
are
to 30.
lying.
No.
Right.
Wow, what if he did replace Danny Glover in the Lethal Weapon movies?
That would be funny.
Can you
That
see
would be
that?
horrible.
Riggs, too old.
But you guys, I'm sorry. Kobe will always have that shadow over him. Always.
It'll be a stanky cloud following him for the rest of his life.
He's like that little Charlie Brown
Like
character.
Pigpen.
Yeah.
So you always
Right.
think he had the asterisk of Denver?
I
Did you
just
say the asterisk?
Asterisk. I'm Puerto Rican. So.
No, it wasn't your language. I was just playing on what he did.
I always think that Kobe, yes, I understand what happened with him, but here's the thing about Kobe. Kobe has, he got up from that and became a great player.
Yeah.
Correct.
No, you can't take that away.
and the kind of dedication he has as an athlete, yes, he's known for. He always worked harder, worked longer, was more committed. But you cannot help to remember Kobe and what he did.
So,
And unfortunately, it is, like you said, an asterisk with his name as a part of going into greatness like he should have, just like Magic Johnson. We can't say we can't walk away from that in 1991, and he announced he had HIV.
and he's still around.
Correct.
And it's like,
Right.
if he would have left a year earlier and it happened when he retired, it would not have been the same as when you're an active player. So, not that their athleticism is any different, but you can't help but take one and the other.
Mhm.
And I'm
Larry
sorry.
Bird walked away with nothing.
Mhm.
No scandals.
Hey, I'll tell you, Grant Hill, he got
No
hurt,
scandals?
and he's, that's why you see him on TV still.
Yeah.
Even Shaq.
Even Shaq,
No scandals. Right. It's kind of
Hey.
like a presidential run.
Right.
Truly.
All right. So we got a caller on the line, Nick?
Yeah, Rich Rogers.
Oh, Rich.
Yeah, I'm here. You guys there?
What's going on, Rich? Tell me about it, dog.
Nothing much. I'm here in Marietta, Georgia. So I'm on a little mini vacation, staying up here with my brother. Went on a little skate park tour here. There's quite a few skate parks in the vicinity of Atlanta, so it's been a good time. I'm staying at the Marietta Hilton and Conference Center, which is it's a beautiful golf course. So if anyone loves golf, it's a good place to come to.
It's Dusty
There's a lot of
Dusty
Civil
Rhodes'
War.
hometown.
Yeah, Dusty Rhodes. So
Got to
what's
check
going-
out
Marietta.
Ambush. They got some great
What's
stuff
going on
at
up
skate
there?
park.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, I've been kind of following what's going on this weekend in Boise, Idaho, and that's the X Games qualifiers. These are the qualifiers that are going to place the skateboarders and BMXers in X Games, Minnesota, which actually I'm going to again this year, and that's going to be in Minneapolis, Minnesota, July 19th to 21st. So the big event that I was kind of following today, because it doesn't get a lot of coverage, and it should, is a women's event, women's skateboarding, the qualifiers, and they qualified the top 5, and one of them was the local girl that we've spoken about many a time. She actually lived in Orlando. She's in Cocoa Beach now, one of the girls that I've worked with a lot of times, and actually one of scooter skaters, and that's Grace Marhofer.
Boogie, yeah, Grace is an amazing athlete.
Yeah, she just turned 15. She skates now for Nike SB, for Alva, for quite a few other companies. And she plays second right now. Now, the number one qualifier was Sabre Norris, and she's from Australia. She's only 13, and if you're a fan of Ellen, the Ellen Show, she's on Ellen a few times. She's been to the
yeah,
Kids
I think it's because she's Australian, because Ellen has her on there all the time, because Grace is actually a lot better. So, anyhow.
Yeah, Grace is...
and she's American!
Yeah, she is. She's an American. And we had Nicole Haas, which was third, Lizzie Armanto, which is sort of like the oldest skater, came in fourth, and Bryce Wetstein. I know Bryce is really good friends with Grace. All these girls are both skateboarders and surfers. I know Bryce Wetstein's parents. Of course, I know Grace's family.
And it's always good to have our ladies compete and be recognized for that, because it's really hard. It's it's obviously a male-driven industry. So with these girls having talent, it's awesome.
I would say that skateboarding and maybe men's BMX are like two of the most male-dominated individual sports there are. It's gotten to the point where Grace, now it's getting better, but Grace was so good that she had to compete against the boys, because not only were there not many girls competing, that she was just so much better than anyone. But they had a competition in New Smyrna Beach. I think one of the Grind for Life's the last one, and they had about 9 girls enter. So it's getting better, it's starting to improve. So, as we know, we talked about this before, that, skateboarding, surfing, I think they're going to call it competitive rock climbing, I think it is. And baseball and softball are going to be in the 2020 Olympics.
Nice.
So, And another thing, I didn't realize this until I just researched again, just to make sure I was right. Now, BMX Freestyle Park is also going to be in the 2020 Olympics.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. So, our show has been covering these sports for a long time, from the very beginning of our show. And a lot of these athletes that we've had on our show, people like Alex Sargente, connections like Grace Marhofer, who, she's been mentioned many times on our show. Megan Guy, who actually won the competition that we had, that little competition here in Orlando at Metro Skate Park in 2013, I think it was, or 14. She was actually at X Games last year. I sat with her parents. She qualified second, ended up finishing, I think, sixth. But she's another one that potentially for the Olympics. So we have a few people that have connections to us. So
nice.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, this will continue to grow, man. We'll be excited to follow along. Will you be safe out there?
Got to post some links up, man. But we appreciate it,
yeah,
Rich.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and share some of the competition, because they have the live competitions tomorrow. So I'm going to put those links on our KevinSuttonShow.com page.
Awesome, brother.
I was going to ask you guys real quick, because I wasn't there. What were your picks for the World Cup?
Argentina.
Yeah.
France.
America.
Argentina.
France.
America's not competing. But anyway, go ahead, Phil.
Whatever.
France.
Traitor.
France. One thing that actually I looked at today, because I was kind of like researching a little bit, but Cristiano Ronaldo is actually from the same hometown. It's Funchal, Madeira, where my mother was born, in Portugal.
Oh, wow.
So, so normally if USA's not in, and I go and pick a country that,
Boo.
Whatever,
Portugal.
Boo.
So
And with that, Rich, I'm disappointed, and we're dropping your call.
Bye, Rich.
Go
be
America.
safe.
Anyway, you guys
America.
All right.
have a good one,
See ya.
Okay. Talk to you all later.
America.
All right.
All right.
So we had talked about where we think LeBron will go. I think it would be great Houston, but you guys say LA.
I didn't want to argue with Jay. I said this before, though. If I would rather him stay on the East. So if he did choose to stay on the East, I'd be okay with Boston, and I'd be okay with Philly. I don't want to see him go to the West. I think there's too much over there already.
Too heavy on the
But
side.
now Kawhi's talking about going to the Lakers, so it's like, ooh, Kawhi, PG, and LeBron in LA.
Frank, where do you think? Do you think he stays on the East, or do you think he goes?
The best thing for him is to stay in the East, because if he stays in the West, it's not about if he goes to the finals, it's when he's going to get eliminated in the playoffs.
Ooh.
Bruh.
All right, but where does he go? He's done with Cleveland.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely done.
I think we're all agreeing that he's done with Cleveland, right?
It's definitely done. So,
Nick, are you with that too? Like, Bron's gone.
We're all agreeing that.
I still think that there's a chance he stays in Cleveland, but you
This
have
is
to
the guy who
watch to
thought
see what
KD
they
was gonna
do
stay in Oklahoma,
with.
too.
We all thought he was going to.
Yeah, nobody saw that coming.
Yeah, no one did.
Guys said he was going.
No,
He's
I
leaving.
bet KD was going.
I got the proof.
I think there's still a chance that he stays in Cleveland, depending on what they do with the number 8 pick ahead of the draft. If they trade that pick, then they've gotten a feeling that LeBron's going to stay. But I still think the Lakers are definitely in play. Like, I think that LA is, if they can attract another star or two.
Yeah.
I would right now. I put LA number 1, and then probably Houston and Philadelphia close 2 and 3.
It's hard for me if he decides to go to LA because I've had an expressed hatred towards LA for a very long time, and I'm a LeBron fan, so I don't know how I'd feel about that.
Yeah, you don't like LA.
No, that's like Barry Bonds going to
Isn't
the
the
Yankees.
draft coming up though?
Whoa.
See?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound right.
Whoa.
That feels wrong. That feels wrong in your
It's
mouth.
like who's going to the Yankees?
I'm a Yankee fan, so just stop.
Who was it? Who'd you mention?
No, I said
Barry
that
Bonds.
like Barry Bonds going to the Yankees or something. That doesn't feel right.
Yankees.
Yeah, Yankees.
Hey, it's Factor Fiction.
The gift that keeps on
Factor
giving.
Fiction Fridays.
Factor Fiction Friday when we
How
come
about
back.
this fact that America is the best soccer team that's ever stepped foot in this country?
All right.
Yeah, that's why they didn't make it in other countries. We'll be right
Haters.
back. It's the Kevin Sutton Show.
Haters.
Bring them out. Bring them out. Bring them out.
Yes, sir. We're back in action. This is your boy Kevin Sutton with the show crew. Myra, the lady's point of view. Dr. Phil, my man Just Nick, and we got Jay in the building.
And Mr.
And
Frank
Mr.
Valle
Frank.
from Fiebre Deportes.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, mi
Yes,
gente.
yes.
Oh no, sorry. All right, wrong song.
And we want to remind our listeners the Kevin Sutton Show is proudly sponsored by Cruz and Pascara PA, personal injury attorneys. You know, you may
'em
already
out.
have an attorney and you've got a case going on, but you just don't feel like your attorney's doing enough. You know that feeling where you're like, are they doing everything they can to take care of me? Cruz and Pascara, they do free case evaluation. That's right, free. No strings attached, nothing with it. They're just going to look at it. If there's anything wrong, anything more that can be done, Cruz and Pascara is going to give you a heads up. Cruz and Pascara, where you're just not a client, you're family. And we know this firsthand as taking care of our own Dr. Phil.
Yep.
Give them a call, 407-841-0200. You can always go to the website, kevinsuttonshow.com. Click on the link. Office is downtown Orlando. And Tuesday, June 26th, Cruz and Pascara will be hosting a fundraiser for me, Myra Uribe,
sweet.
for Orange County Commissioner.
All right.
Come on over, drop a check, get some food, hang out with Brian Cruz, Pascara, all those folks, and our boy Mike.
Yes.
That's right. Got lots of love.
leader.
I sent them somebody today.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. They got hit and she's pregnant too.
Ooh.
That's very
Ooh.
dangerous.
Very
dangerous.
Wow.
Anyways, it's Factor Fiction Friday.
Yes, that is correct, guys. It is Fact
Fact
or
or
Fiction Friday.
America is the best place to be.
Today, the Kevin Sutton Show
Fact.
crew, you are all detectives. I have picked 4 athletes and celebrities, and I have stories about each one of them, and you guys have to decide which story is the truth.
And everyone's playing. So, Frank, you're listening, right?
I am.
All right,
Jay,
Jay,
you down
ready?
too, right?
I'm good.
Okay.
All right, guys, our first athlete is Mike Tyson. All right, fact or fiction?
He likes cookies.
Mike Tyson has never held a driver's license. Fact or fiction? He was arrested 38 times by the time he was 13. Or fact or fiction? He has written a best-selling children's book entitled Little Mikey's Best Day. Kevin, we always start with Kevin. Which one is the truth?
I remember he was a troubled kid, so I'm going to go with that one.
All right, you said
38
he was
just seems a little high, but-
Arrested 38 times
Yeah, I'm
by
gonna go with
13.
that.
Myra.
No driver's license.
All right, Jay.
No driver's license.
No driver's license. Frank
Arrested 38 times.
and Nick.
I'm picking the one that's true, right?
Yes.
I'm going the driver's license way.
All right. The fact out of here is that he was arrested 38 times
Wow.
by the time he was 13.
And that's how his trainer
All right.
actually
So
found
who-
him.
No
So-
one picked that.
I did.
He
Oh,
did.
yeah.
I
Oh,
nailed
yeah.
it.
Kevin
And
and
Frank.
Frank.
Okay, sorry.
All right, guys. Our next,
I'm not even here.
right. Our next athlete is Karl Malone.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, we know
All right.
about that.
The
Kevin.
mailman.
I hate
All right.
Yeah, he's delivering something.
Yeah, they should have nicknamed him the mail fraud.
Fact or fiction? He got the nickname Mailman because of his father worked for the United States Postal Service. Fact or fiction? Karl Malone owns a number of restaurants. One in particular is Arby's.
Sure it's not Subway?
Is it called,
Or
called No Rings?
Right. Or Fact or Fiction.
Ooh, No Rings.
Karl Malone was actually supposed to star in the movie Double Team with Jean-Claude Van Damme, but he later denied it. And Dennis Rodman got the role. So Myra.
No Rings. Is
The movie.
funny.
So Double Team.
Rodman beat him again.
All right. Jay.
What were the choices again?
All right. He got the nickname Mailman because his father worked for the Postal Service.
He owns Arby's,
He
or
owns
he was going to be in
Arby's,
the movie.
or he was supposed to be in
Arby's.
the movie Double Team. You said Arby's?
Arby's.
Kevin.
I'm going to go with the fact that I'm going with the movie.
All right. Frank.
I go with Double Team.
Double Team and Nikki Football.
Mailman delivering a beef and cheddar. I'm going Arby's.
It is Arby's. He owns a multiple number of Arby's restaurants.
You would think they wouldn't want him being an owner.
Dude, Kevin, I'm telling you, a lot of the stuff that you found out years ago, people don't know.
Or care.
Yeah. All right. Our next athlete is WWE superstar Seth Rollins, our buddy Seth
Our
Rollins.
boy, Sethy.
All right, fact or fiction, Seth Rollins is adopted. Fact or fiction, he posed for the defunct Playgirl magazine. Or fact or fiction, he chose the last name Rollins because of Henry Rollins of the music group Black Flag. So we're going to start with Frank on this one.
I think choose the Rollins for Henry Rollins.
All right, we're going to go back to Kevin.
I'm going with Frank on this one.
All right, so Black Flag, Myra.
What was the first one?
He was adopted.
Adopted.
All right, Jay.
He's adopted.
And Nikki Football.
I'm going adopted too.
All right. The fact of this one is that he chose the last name Rollins because of Henry Rollins.
Wow.
And his favorite
It's all
group,
fake. You get to
Black
change your
Flag.
name, you know.
Hey.
All right.
That's what all great actors do.
Our last
right across his
our last one we have. It's funny, Kevin actually mentioned this earlier. Jackie Chan.
Oh,
I picked Jackie Chan.
Okay.
All right, guys. Fact or fiction?
That was funny.
No company insures Jackie Chan or his team. He pays for it himself. Or fact or fiction? He has broken more than 90% of the bones in his body. Or fact or fiction? He actually has a Grammy. So we're gonna start with Nick on this one.
90% of the bones in his body.
All right, Kevin.
I'm on Nick's side about wrestling being fake as well as this one.
All right.
I'm
and
going to
Myra.
go broken bones.
He has a Grammy.
All right, Jay.
He's not insured.
All right, and Frank.
90% of the body.
All right. The one on this one is no company will insure Jackie Chan or his team. He
Because
pays
he's broken
for it
90%
himself.
of the bones.
I know. Is this a trick
No,
question?
he broke 84% of his body.
I know. I did see an interview that they said he broke a lot.
He's broken a lot of bones, but not 90%.
Yeah.
90% would be crazy.
I wonder why they won't insure him, because I know other stuntmen.
Because they know they're
we've
gonna
had the
pay
guy from
out.
Transformers. We've had the guys that have done G.I. Joes.
Yeah, but it's because those are the stunt actors.
Right.
They insure those actors.
Oh,
but Jackie
yeah.
Chan is the
Is
main
the
actor.
actual actor. Yeah.
And Jackie Chan does his own stunts.
He
Yeah,
does his
so-
own stunts, so
Yep.
his payout if he gets hurt will be a whole
Ruin the
lot
movie.
more.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'll take
So
that.
That's Fact or Fiction, guys. You guys can hashtag it on our website, FOF.
That's awesome, man. That was great. And don't forget, tomorrow, 9 a.m., Argentina versus Iceland.
All right.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
You know, I just picked France just because I have no, I told you guys yesterday, I'm not really up on the soccer stuff, but I heard that Orlando City fired their head coach, Jason Christ.
About time.
So we'll see what's going on with them.
And also, a quick heads up, Spain versus Portugal, that ended up being a tied game. So that is not good for Spain and their first series. You know, remember we're talking about the groups that they're in?
Yeah.
Mr. Frank, before we go, drop the link where everybody can know where they can go and follow you and get in the know with the sports.
You can catch me on Facebook for Fiebre NBA. That's FIEVRE NBA. And Fiebre Deportiva. Right now, Fiebre NBA just has 263,000 members. And Fiebre Deportiva over 150,000 likes.
Frank, did you give your bid for the FIFA? Who are you for?
Germany.
Boo.
All right.
And I'd like to thank my man Jay Russ, business partner as well, and a great father. He is a part of All Star Dads. That is our little nonprofit where we do our thing in the community with fathers. You'll be hearing more about it soon. Love you guys. Stay focused. Do what you do. And hey, Father's Day. Let's not act like we're forgetting that.
Sunday.
Father's Day. Ladies, make sure he's happy when he wakes up.